I just realized something this week, and I find this to be very helpful in my career. I think that having a good understanding and constantly auditing and checking our values and our priorities outside of work, it's helpful for how I focus in my day-to-day job, right? So I think of this as having like a high level overarching a GPS system. If I'm following that and I'm being guided by this higher GPS, then I can really focus on day to day because I have really have a good clarity on the overall goal and purpose, motivation and drive behind everything. I know what I want. I know what I value more, which is having more stability and having a good balance for this current season of my life, right? I just became a dad and I'm going through software engineering as a early career engineer. I just have 2 years of experience now, and I don't have a lot of background and experiences before, technically. So I'm actually learning everything a lot on the job and learning as I go. Well, before my first year, I wasn't really that motivated into learning a lot. I wasn't asking a lot of questions because I would be scared, and I wasn't that motivated because I don't think that I really liked it or enjoy any part of software engineering, but it actually grew slowly on me. So now I think I enjoy solving problems and just figuring things out and kind of building things, right? Building things that could actually benefit me, that things I could actually use or things I can share with other people. So yeah, so having this higher level of values, right, of priorities, I can know how I can manage my time, and I still want to show up and do the work even if I don't feel like it. This is a mindset now that I also adapt at my work. Sometimes I would before, right? I used to just look for distractions or not very focused, and I'm looking for the distractions whenever a hard problem arises, like a hard problem that I couldn't make the solution to work. I couldn't build the feature in the way that I wanted. I couldn't um, solve this coding problem, right? I would have to ask somebody else, or I just wasn't able to debug it. And if I used to just kind of run away from these things, but now I know that these things, right, as hard as they may seem at the moment, they will always be there. And if I shy away from it, or if I avoid it, if I distract myself and not get the reps into practice solving those things by myself, right, then I would always need to depend on somebody else to come back and hand me the solution or walk me through the solution instead of me learning the process of figuring it out and asking questions while I have initiated the process of solving it myself. A second theme here regarding kind of flexibility and like values and purpose and priorities, right, is actually comparing myself to other people. And it may not always be easy because yeah, it's easy to get trapped or get caught into seeing how other people on LinkedIn is doing, or seeing how your coworkers or right, your other classmates from your university is doing, but everyone is going through his or her own journey, right? I didn't really discover I like it until maybe a year ago, or maybe even earlier this year, right? And that timing, right? That the moment that clicks, the aha moment, or the moment that makes you want to lean more into it, to want to grow, right, yourself. It's different for everybody. So being able to have the mindset to think bigger, right? Having that overall the higher GPS so that we can find ourselves in these patterns, right? If we think that we're catching ourselves comparing with other people, right, on social media, on Instagram, and like everyone is building things and sharing what they're doing, like it's doing really really amazing and cool stuff, then and we may feel like, oh, we're not doing anything yet, or why aren't we doing it like other people are doing it, and that may kind of not motivate us or even discourage us into taking that first step or that second step. So just having this overall like idea and mindset for things to watch out for, like comparing with others, your colleagues, it's good to have. And lastly, is having attitude, having like keeping this mindset, right? This attitude to learn and grow at your own speed, right? You may not need to change everything or wake up super early and solve every single problem and read everything and ask all the questions you can at all of a sudden, right? It doesn't have to happen next week or next month or right or this year. It happens at the pace that it happens, right? You might are focusing on other areas of your life, right? Health, relationship, and fitness or diet, anything on hobbies, right? You don't have to go do so much where one part, one area of your life, it's so consuming or so demanding that you tend to, or we tend to neglect the other areas. So I think having this balance approach or having this attitude to know that, hey, we are learning and growing every day, and we try and we do give our best every day, and that is enough, right? And keeping up with the second one that I think is helpful, like not comparing yourself with other people. Like see if you're growing compared to yourself like 3 months ago or a year ago, like that's a win, and should just focus on that, on ourselves, right? If you make the timeline longer and not really look for the short term results, then everything would be okay, because you would be growing and learning at the pace that you grow, right? You would see more problems you solve, you can see more CI/CD problems, you will see more codings and frameworks and all the languages and all the different tools that you get to experience, and different teams, right? The interactions will all slowly build up. So yeah, remind yourself that what your current priorities and your current values are, right? And at this specific stage, and revise and review them as you go, right? And don't feel like you would need to be really good right away, or if you don't like software engineering, that's also okay. You can keep going and let things happen. And know that comparing yourself with other people is just know that that is a habit that can be not as helpful to you. And knowing that you're learning and growing, right, slowly over time, and just staying focused back to yourself. This is probably one of the most helpful advice I would tell myself, and not to rush the process. So yeah, I hope this helps you. I think I'm trying my best to follow, right, having my priorities and my values to guide me, so I don't tip over and be in balance. Tell me about where you currently are, and yeah, let me know.